Okay, Bull everybody, how are you this evening? Hope you're all well, hanging out at home with your families. This is Fred, of course, coming to you from Nandi, Fiji. And last Saturday, I was really inspired when I walked by the Vote City area down in Voto level, and I saw a whole bunch of home-based businesses of folks that have decided to do something about the situation in terms of, trying to create some sort of income with, whatever skills they had. And it was really inspiring to see a lot of people selling their wares. And so it really inspired me for me to come on here this evening and just to share with you 10 businesses that you could start from home right now for less than $100. Now, why I decided to make this post at this time, because there is a second round of superannuation or FNPF funds that's going to be released soon. So it's already started. So in that regard, there's a huge transfer of wealth that's happening from our FNPF or our superannuation down to some of us or most of us. And so for those guys who have already been doing some sort of home-based business, I'd really like to encourage you to keep going. And for those that are looking for a way to have a bit of income from home, this is one way in which you could tap into this extra wealth that has left our FNPF and that has fallen into a lot of people's pockets. So for those of you that are willing to take a bit of a risk, remember it's always a risk, but because there's no guarantees, so you really have to do some assessments yourself, see what you're good at, because there's definitely people gonna be walking around with some money, and so it's up to you to try and tap into that before it all goes to the big supermarkets. Nothing wrong with that, but this is your way to actually try and get to position yourself so you can at least make some money. Now, I got some ideas on 10 businesses that you could start from home right now for less than $100. So I'll give you a bit of a breakdown. Now, also, if I can just mention real quick, that whenever you go into any sort of business, you really want to find out a problem. Like any good business, they always find out a problem that people are having, or a solution that you could bring to that particular problem. So with that in mind, I'm just going to go through a whole bunch of lists, a whole list, and I hope that you can maybe find something that might be appropriate to you. So the first one I'd like to mention, of course, is cook and sell. And what I saw at Vote City, shout out to Vili and the crew that have organized that place at Voto level. What a great initiative, and of course that's how he's building his business. For everybody else, there's a pretty good spot there for you. Cook and sell. Guys, this is one of the staples in terms of sort of like the go-to type of business that most of us are pretty familiar with. And that's pretty cool because there's a lot of cooking that happens at home. So if you know that you have some good skills with cooking, or if you got your favorite dish that everybody keeps to be raving about, or if you're into baking of some sort, guys, put it out there. Take your wares down there, or just do it right from home, and you could use some of the skills that I've already mentioned in terms of marketing and so forth. Cook and sell is pretty good because everybody needs to eat. So that's one way in which you could do it. Another one, of course, is to make juice and sell. Now, there's a bit of a niche market there because right now there's only one well-known company, but there's a few others that are also doing juicing as well. considering what's going on in terms of health and health problems and health issues, it's really worth having a look at. So if you can conjure up, like your concoction and, and start marketing it, you could find that there is a bit of a market out there, because there is a problem, of course, in terms of health and so forth. And what an awesome way to, to contribute to that. So the next one, of course, is to plant and sell. And that's what most of us are doing. Guys, I must commend you all for, taking the steps, taking any sort of steps to actually get yourself out there to provide for your family. Apologize for the shaky camera work. But otherwise, plant and sell. So of course, I can see a lot of you guys that's doing that as well. You'll always come across some spare vegetables and so forth. So have an advertisement outside your yard, and let people know, let the neighbors know that you're selling vegetables. That's a pretty cool way as well. Another one is to fish and sell. Now, for those of us that do have a boat, or that that go out and sell, that go out and fish anyway, that's a pretty cool way. Another way in which you could do it is you could buy the fish and then bring it around to your area. Guys, you just have to focus on your street, just to start off at your street. And that's another way to fish and sell. Now, here's a couple of random ones. A car wash. Guys, there's people that's driving around. Obviously, they've got money for fuel, and from time to time, they might need a wash. It doesn't hurt you to open up a little bit of a car wash. Just here in your neighborhood. And like I said, let all your neighbors know. They would really appreciate supporting someone up the road than, just for a bit of convenience sake on their part. So try that out. Another one, of course, is to cut grass. Guys, that's one thing that always keeps growing. Just like we need food, grass always keeps growing. So try it out. Give it a go. Try it out first in your neighborhood and see how that works out. Another one, of course, is to offer your services. Now, this is a pretty cool one. Look inside your household and see all the guys, or, mom, dad, or the grown-up kids who are working, and find out what their skills are. Well, you obviously must know what their skills are. Especially for you, the dad, advertise your services, whether for cash or to butter. That's a pretty cool way. Shout out to Gordon Yee, who's always, that skill is pretty cool, to be able to fix all your devices and stuff. So a good shout out to Gordon. Well done, bro. Open up a canteen. That's pretty cool. You gotta, I always talk about the Biney down the road, and she's done pretty good. She offers, the basic stuff, tuna, noodles, things like that. We can't be too choosy in terms of, all the fancy foods. So stick to all the stuff that you can mark up a little bit, but to just make sure that you let your neighbors know, because they'll come to you first before they go down the road. It's a little bit more convenient. Another one, of course, is to be a job seeker or a job finder. So a lot of people are looking for work. If you're able to go to all the companies that are open around your area, whether they be in construction, whether they, in the supermarkets, or any sort of offices, or any sort of activity, guys, go out there to them, find out what the jobs are available, and try and market that around your area, and find a way to monetize that. That's a pretty cool way as well. Another one, of course, is to be a transporter. So this is tip number 8, to be a transporter. For those of you that have a car or have access to a car, people are still moving around. So you could para that thing really, real cool. I have a friend down the road. If you guys need any of her services, her name is Anna. You can easily find her. She's doing it privately, of course. So, let's all support each other. The second last one is to run deliveries or errands. A lot of people are still conscious about the whole virus thing and so forth, and so they don't mind, for their safety and and for their convenience, they wouldn't mind paying a little bit more instead of them going over and wasting their time and so forth. So you could run that business. There's another gentleman I'd like to make a shout out to. His name is Kunal. You can find him at errands.fiji.com and give him a call or send him an email for any of your errands that you need run around Nandi. And then, of course, there's Wi-Fi or internet services. Guys, if you have a pocket Wi-Fi or if you have a Blade Wi-Fi, you know, those bigger ones, you could easily market it from your home and to allow people to come and connect, because these are one of the kind of essential services that most of us look forward to, and that's an internet connection. So if you could, you know, charge the usual $1 an hour or whatever it is to make sure that you know that your price is good for the market, and then of course you can easily make a little bit of a markup there. So guys, I just wanted to share that with you guys on these 10 businesses that you could start from home right now that cost less than $100. If you've been doing it already, keep going, guys. Keep going. You're doing well. Just remember why you're doing it for. For those guys that haven't tried any of these out and you feel that you could, take a step. You got to step out in faith and give it a go. So guys, with those few words, I'd like to thank you so much for hopping on. For those of you that's going to come on the replay, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and check out my YouTube channel. So thanks, guys. Have an awesome evening, and big love almost to all your families out there. Take care. Vinaka. See you on the next video. Oh, bit of a shout out to all the guys that jumped on. Hey, William, up the road. How are you, Manny? Hey, Doc. How are you, Augie? Hey, Boz. And how are you, Lucy, all the way from Yasawa Islands? Fantastic, guys. You guys have a fantastic evening, and see you on the next videos. Vinaka.